Hi, welcome to Vikinala Creative Empire, where creatives speak and the world listens. And on this journey of the untold story of my career journey, we have with us an amazing artist and also a dancer. And I know you would like to know who is the person. So, Mr. Our guest of the day, can you kindly introduce yourself to our audience?
Okay. My name is GAGS. Let me say I'm known as GAGS. My name is Philip. So I'm an artist, I'm a rapper, I'm a singer, I'm a dancer, I'm a musicologist. Yes.
Yeah, he's musicologist because he's a graduate of music in the university. You have a degree in music, yeah, so he's a musicologist. You cannot be musicologist if you are not certified, and he's certified with a degree in music. So he has a lot, and he's here to spill out a lot of things. The untold story of his career journey. He's set to spill out all of those things to you guys. So Mr. Gags, after now, a lot of audience, like millions of people watch this video after now, and I'm really, really sure that our audience out there are interested in knowing how did your music career started. Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, from childhood, I've always loved music. Well, I've been more of a dancer from the very beginning. I've been more of a dancer, but I've always loved music. Then, growing up, my older sister is someone that also loved music. So she usually learned um, raps from other artists. Like when Nicki Minaj drops something, she will learn the rap. I mean, there is this movie, Let It Shine. I don't know if you know the movie, but there's this movie called Let It Shine. That movie, it's like a musical. It has a lot of music in it. So my sister learned every single song in that movie, both the raps, both the normal singing. So she'd always use and challenge me, saying me, I know Sabi. So me too, I decided to learn every single song in that movie. Same thing, I learned some of Nicki Minaj rap, learned Olamide, all those kind of things. Then I just learned it just for fun. Then in secondary school, in my SS1, yeah, in my SS1, there's this friend of mine that wrote a rap verse, and he was not using it to insult me that me, I did not know how to rap, it's only other people's rap I can rap and all. So I told myself that I was going to learn how to rap. One night during prep, I cannot forget, everybody was reading. I mean, I carried book and Bible. They write rap verse. Almost, I don't think I can remember what I wrote, but I know that thing was rubbish. Was pure rubbish. But I said I was going to work on it and get better. So I think that same week I was in the class one weekend on Saturday. I was in the class. Then two of our best musicians back then, I was just with them and they were guiding me on how to write and all. So we wrote together, we wrote on that class song together. I got to the step, did it for them. Everybody was like, wow, this did that. I said, okay, sharp. That was how it all started. But I didn't take it serious at that point. I just loved the music.
And that was what he.
That was, I think, 2016. That should be 2016 or 2015. So I think we just played around it. But with time, SS2, SS3, whenever I want to do music together, me and some certain person will do the music together, everybody just play around. But I didn't plan on taking that as a career back then. But then when I left school, while I was battling on gaining admission into university and all, yeah, I started seeing that okay, I think this music is something I really want to do. That was why I decided I was going to study music in school. So I said, okay, let me go into this thing full time. Yeah, let's not just do it as side hustling. So I started recording officially like in going to studio to record it.
Yeah.
It's 2021. Yes. That time we had a strike. So 2021. That was the first time I recorded in a studio.
2021. Okay, you are already an undergraduate by then.
I did the recording when before I gained admission, but the song was ready after I gained that school. So I think I entered school that it's October period, but I done the recording earlier in the year. But it was that 2021 that was the first time.
Okay, and it says that during your secondary school when you started writing rap and everything, you started getting passion for music, and that was when you even decided to study music in the university.
I didn't decide in secondary school.
Okay, it was
When
after.
to enter university, I stayed at home for about 4 years before I gained admission. Now, when I left secondary school, the whole dream was that okay, as I'm going to university, it's mass com and business. Then I didn't gain admission first year. I passed the cutoff mark, but I didn't gain admission for Unilag first year. Second year too, UI. I went to Unilag. I also wanted to do theater arts that time. Theater at Unilag did not still give me admission and I passed cutoff mark. Third time, Unilag again. Unilag still did not give me admission. That time too was theater. No, as at that time, that was when I realized that okay, I wanted to do music. But in Unilag now, you cannot just enter and do music. Everything was you have to pass the cutoff mark for one. It's music, theater, and finance.
Yeah.
They were together as one. So they call it cultural and creative arts. So you have to pass the cutoff mark for the three to study one. So that was the way it is. So the third year, I didn't still get admission. Before someone, a family friend advised my dad that okay, I should come to but I didn't have it in my hands. I won't ever be for that. So I just tried.
And you love Port Harcourt.
If I didn't love it, I would not still be here.
Yeah, sure. So the question I want to ask again is, so that means when you decided to apply for music in the University of Port Harcourt, how, like, I don't know, most parents, I don't know, is there any battle? Because I had the experience because I also study music. You are my classmates, so um I had that kind of experience. Like at some point, my dad had to tell me that just think after graduation, where in this community you're going to use it to work.
For that aspect,
Yeah.
I still till now I still bless God for the kind of father I gave me.
Wow.
My dad.
Shout out to that. Yeah.
My dad is a very supportive person. Same as my mom. So my dad already said it from the beginning that he's not going to force me to do
What you don't want.
whatever I want to do is what he's going to support. And so far, from the very beginning, he has been supporting me with my music. My mom usually have issues sometimes, but she has already told herself too that she will not force us to do anything.
Yeah.
She just has no choice than to just support. Even after getting the admission, even in the music career, when if I call my dad and let him know that okay, I want to shoot a music video, I'm low on funds, he would support in one way or the other. That okay, how can he help? That's the kind of father I have. When I was in a competition last year, I told him about it. My dad never. He always, because the voting process was daily.
Yeah.
Every day I didn't need to remind him. He just asked me how does he go about it. When I tell him I need money to do one or two things, he was very easy. He has always been very supportive. So like I said, I've just got for kind of fire. So my dad didn't stress me.
Let me ask my fans to shout out Daddy and Mommy for their support to this exceptional creating. So yeah, your father is a good father. He's like our parents do. They are good parents to us. They are supportive. I think it's just a matter of understanding. So your parents understood all of those things. So you've been an artist, like one of most popular artists during your campus day? Yeah, I cannot say. Yeah, it's during your campus day because you're no longer there again. Yes, even now you have a significant recognition in the University of Port Harcourt. So I would just like to ask you, and that was the time
You're just starting your career when you came to the school. It's not like you have experience of how this thing is being done. You have long time experience before coming. Because even some people that have the experience before coming, they did not make this significant result in their career while in campus. So how did you achieve all of those things?
Okay. It's okay from the beginning, yeah. Before I got into school, like I said, I started by being a dancer.
Yeah, sure.
So before I gained admission, I was in one dance studio back in my house in Lagos. So we usually go for events, for performances.
Yeah.
Whether in a club, whether in a birthday, whether in a wedding, all those kind of things, even churches. So we usually go for performances. So when I got into school, I just started thinking about that. How can I get to a level whereby when events are happening in Port Harcourt, in Uniport,
Yeah.
in the University of Port Harcourt, they reach out to me to perform. If I don't know about the events, there's always somebody reaching out to me. So I just noticed that for all those kind of things to happen, you have to connect.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to connect. Connection is what matters most. So I decided that from personally, I'm an extrovert.
Yeah,
I like
sure.
going out. I like going to parties or just inviting. I just like going out personally. I don't like staying at home.
Yeah.
The only time I like staying home is when I'm making music. Maybe I'm in the studio or something. Or I don't like staying at home. I like going out for events. So from my year one, when I was staying in hostel, I will come out and meet one or two persons, meet this person. When I know there is events, then I know that okay, performances are required. I don't go register myself, say Alpha. I would like perform for this event. Alpha, I would like perform for this event. So like that, it started. So luckily for me, I was able to connect with a lot of creatives.
Yeah.
In University of Port Harcourt. Yeah. A lot of persons that host events, event organizers and all.
Sure.
Exactly. So luckily for me, by the time I was 200, 300, a lot of persons already knew.
Yeah, I mean, you're very famous.
A lot of persons already knew who Gags. Some persons knew me as a dancer.
Yes.
Not as an artist. But I decided that by my 300 level, I don't want people to know me just as a dancer. So luckily for me now, I got the opportunity to perform at a festival.
That's for about 5,000.
Even 5,000. Now, but the festival is the biggest food festival in Nigeria.
You're Nigeria.
In Nigeria, biggest food festival in Nigeria. So I got the opportunity to perform at the festival. So from then, after that, everybody that knows me knew me as an artist, not just as a dancer. So that 300 level, I was still making a connection.
Sorry for cutting it short. When you perform at the event, that's called a festival, you see as an artist or as a dancer?
As an artist.
As an artist?
Yes.
How did you achieve this? Like, yeah, that's not common. Like,
okay,
how?
that opportunity came through the department actually, music department. So one day we were just in the department and our HOD back then, Dr. Ibude, he came to the class and was telling us that he needs 3 persons that are going to be interested in performing one thing. He just said plenty. I didn't raise my hand. Honestly, I didn't raise my hand. There were just 3 other persons that raised their hand. And he told them to meet Dr. James to know what to do. But after that moment, after he left the class, something just told me to still meet Dr. James and just register, just any idea. So I just went with Dr. James. He said I should meet the other persons that will tell me what to do. So they gave me things before I filled it, I submitted it. It was that time and I realized that it was actually to get a slot for performance at the festival. That's when I realized. And then I thank God that I actually went to meet Dr. James to get that from. And then I just realized that I think the week of the festival was to hold on a Friday.
Yeah.
That Tuesday, I got an email from the festival that I could approve for the performance. That week, that's it. In fact, honestly, I had been zeroing my mind. I think on Monday, I zeroed my mind. I was telling my friend about that. Well, it's in the work. I don't know my mind.
But what was their process of approving?
One of the things I realized was that the reason why most persons didn't get that approval is they didn't have any song in his release.
And they requested
exactly. They requested for a link of it and
your
they
profile.
released song or your profile. So most of us that registered, I think we're just two that had link songs released. So we're just not sent our links. So I was the only one that was approved at all.
But I think if you don't even have any song out there, you're not even yet an artist. So why going out for like?
So that was how it happened. That was how the Pony Festival thing came.
That is nice because that's sharp. And you were talking about the connection and everything.
Yeah. So like I was saying, from my 300 level, I decided to go into politics, school politics. Now this is one thing I actually regret that I didn't start this school politics thing. If I went into school politics earlier, it would have helped me better. But I didn't go into it early. I started from my 300 level. So it was good, but it's still kind of good. There are a lot of things I would have achieved that I was not able to achieve because I went into it. Exactly. So by that 300 level, I just went into the politics thing. I was working with literally SVG, DOS, was working with faculty, working with almost everybody, almost every event organizer wanted me in that team. So I was working with a lot of persons, so I knew a lot of persons. When anybody wants to do anything, any events, they always reach out to me. It got to the point, now I was in the committee of the SUGPOS, and I was in charge of every event happening inside school. I was more like a stage manager. So there's no events that is happening inside school that I was not aware of. So it got to the point. So at that point, I had access to perform at any event because any artist that wants to perform has to go. So if I wanted to perform, I would perform. If I don't want to perform, I would perform. It was now me that can sing performance. People. So it was that school, but that's what I'm saying about the whole school politics of the thing. It gave me that access to connect to a lot more persons and get that exposure.
And I could remember sometimes you used to ask in the departmental group if some of the department artists that are interested in performance, like they don't even like it's kind of like you have already paved a way to so many people. You're now given an opportunity. If you're interested, just reach out. There's a performance, there's an event here, and there's slot for some people. And that helped a lot of people from the department to also be on stages at events that happen around the school. And it's a nice thing. Like anytime I see you dropping something like that, I feel like at least you understand. It's a sharp, like it is sharp. You understand?
you know, I was the director of social work department.
Yes.
So I told myself I would not. I know our department now was not popular at that time. It was just music department, not a lot of persons. And we know behind it.
Yes.
So I just told myself that me now, people know me
Yes,
So I
yes.
said, before I leave the school, before I leave the department, how can we bring more faces into the limelight? Not just me. So I said, okay, every opportunity I have, because I know we have good artists in the department.
Yes, yes.
Every opportunity I have, I'll use it to bring artists from our department. As long as I know that they are good, I'll put your face out there. So they know me already.
Yeah.
So most times when MCs want to even call me up on stage, they always mention the fact that I'm from music department.
Yes, yes.
So all those things helped in bringing the department face to limelight. Okay, everybody now wants to know where is this music department. When they are looking for gags, they are like, after that artist that's from music department.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, let's do it for other artists too, not just me. So the likes of Anderson is so present. Anderson is BK and the rest. So it's these people say, okay, bring them out, push them out. So people now will know say music department, no be just go around.
Yes, yes.
You get this.
Yeah, yeah. And that influence is not even only stayed in just school, university, but like if you go to other events, places, and around this environment, the moment you mention gags, you just say, that guy, that artist from music department, that artist, and you've been performing a lot at the event. How did you create that connection outside school? Because if it's other people, they'll just realize that this one they are satisfied, you understand, just with this success they have acquired in school. It's okay. Like how did you build outside in that kind of influence outside school as well?
Okay, for that outside, it has not been easy because I've never built it the way I want it to. It's there at the least level. But so far, another thing that helped me is the kind of church I have. So our church, GIC, is
God bless Pastor. God bless Pastor Churches.
yes,
This guy is there. This man, let me say man. This man, they have built a community that groom, bring together talents, creatives, and give them platform to exploit. I just shout out to GS.
Shout out.
They are raising men.
No be lie. So this based on the kind of church we attend, we have quite a number of congregation of audience. So I know I'm in the rap team of the church, and so in the dance team of the church. So most times when we minister, our face gets seen a lot. So people see you outside and they're like, this guy, I know this guy. I know this guy from so. I know this guy. There are a lot of persons, there are a lot of times when I'm passing by and somebody is greeting me or waving at me and I do not know the person knows me. But I just wave back. There are sometimes that the person even has mind to come and talk to me. And when I'm like, okay, get people know me from the person, like, oh, get me. So this kind of things also help. Now, when this person see me and they see the craft and they like it, they reach out, okay, if I'm having an event of so big, I'd like you to come and perform. So okay, no problem. How do we go about it? And then most other times too, these event organizers that host events outside school, there are students who also host events outside school. They still reach out to you. And when you perform, you give them a nice performance and they love it. Yeah, definitely go.
Yeah. And also, you have this star power. Yes. Like your atmosphere, you know how to carry out your crowd and
I try my best.
yeah, you try your best.
God is there.
Like when you're performing, there's no dull moment. There's no dull moment like that. And let me just say, you have this star power. And I just want to ask, how are you being able to develop this courage, this confidence, this star power? How did you learn to create that aura that you understand the question? Yeah.
Okay, for that, first of all, say, I'm God. thank God, because I don't know, it's someone was telling me some days back that I should thank God for the kind of mind I have. And I'm like, what does he mean by that? He said, not all short people have the kind of mind I have. And I'm like, okay. Now, me personally, from childhood, I don't allow anybody to talk me down. No matter, if you're not somebody that I hold high regard, whatever you say goes down. So don't don't looking for validation. People that their opinion matters, they know how to talk about it. They know how to advise. They will not just talk trash. But you see those ones where their opinion no matter, and then start talk nonsense fast. So if you allow people's opinions to weigh you down, you know what you want. Go for what you want. Another thing that helped me is this whole courage is when you I'm explain this. For the oral we did, I will not lie to you. I don't know how I don't know how we got there. It's just maybe because of the one of my idols in the music industry. Maybe because of I love whiskey. Yeah, see whiskey. I tell people that if you are looking for the definition of aura in a human being, it's whiskey. It's whiskey. It just carries. You know what I mean. So I love whiskey a lot. I follow his footsteps. Not like I do it on purpose. I just find myself doing it. So I think that's where it's that aspect that brought out the whole around the video. I love fashion. Yeah. So that's just I think it's that aspect. This following my idol whiskey. I think that's one of the things I
You know, about these people's opinion, something, that kind of things have weighed down a lot of critics. They just allow people to talk them out of their purpose, that kind of thing. I could remember there was a time when I was in church when Pastor C was preaching. He preached something about healthy self-esteem also. When he now said there's somebody in this church that he likes so much, the person is this. Can I mention your name? You see,
I remember.
Like you don't even care about what people are saying. Anytime you come to the stage, like you just be like carrying out. You don't like all those. You don't care about anybody. You understand that kind of thing. And the thing, I think he even said that after church you should meet him. He ask you for you. You know that thing. That's one of the things I admire a lot from you. You know, I've been with you in the same class, the same department for about 4 years throughout our university days, and I admire that a lot. Your esteem is healthy, 100% is healthy, and I think if you would have allowed people's opinion to get into you, you wouldn't have come this far. And I think you have one or two advice to even tell people out there, creative people that have some little differences from what people expect. Like I don't know, but there's some things you just don't have control over. What is your advice to people just like that? And maybe they're into creative industry, they'll have to be at the forefront every time, and people will get to see them every time, all those kind of things.
Okay, first of all, I'll say know what you want.
Yeah.
When you know what you want, then you decide how to get what you want. But first of all, just know what you want.
Yeah.
Know how to go about it. And number two, don't listen to what people say. Yeah. Have certain people in your life that you listen to. There's what we call constructive criticism. You see that constructive criticism, I appreciate it a lot. Now, what constructive criticism is when you want to criticize someone, you criticize the person properly.
way it cannot break progress.
Exactly. Not that you just come and say, oh, but that's the way you do now, rubbish. No. You come down and say, okay, what you did makes sense. But this part, you could have done it better this way. You could have done this, you could have done this, you could have done this. That is what we call constructive criticism. That is way better than just talking down on someone's creativity. Because so the person went through a lot to come up with that thing. So when the person comes up, don't just talk down. So have people that you listen to, people that are mentors to you. But they are mentors that you can reach out to, and they are the ones you can reach out to.
Yes.
So have those ones, then have people that you listen to. Yeah, you can listen to constructive criticism, but don't listen to any kind of criticism. There are people that their own is just to talk you down.
Yeah.
And if you keep listening to what everybody has to say, you will not go anywhere. So don't listen to what everybody has to say.
So this is Nigeria. The electricity somehow. So, but nevertheless, we will just keep going. We are almost at the end.
So I want to ask you, what are though you mentioned some of the challenges that comes with
These kind of things, and I will still have to ask you: is there any challenges that you have not mentioned that you passed through during all of this process of your career, journey of your career?
Okay, to be honest, there are a lot of challenges in this whole career journey. But you see, being bold is a challenge of its own. It's just that I didn't have that challenge because I already have the courage normally. But some persons have that challenge. But that aside now, you see, funds, money is a lot of things that I would have done if I had it. So you see, money is very important.
Yeah.
Money is one major challenge.
Yeah.
And aside money, creativity. When I mean creativity, let me say growth process.
Yeah.
There are some persons that they are not ready to grow.
Yeah.
They just get to a certain point and they feel like
yeah.
No. For creative, you should be ready to evolve. You get to a certain point, you do this, you see that okay, you ask questions, you meet people, that is where the constructive criticism comes. When this person gives you his opinion, this person gives you look at it, you weigh it, okay, what do I do? Let's pick out this. When, like they say, when someone says a lot of nonsense, listen to the nonsense, pick out the sense.
Yes. Yeah.
So you pick out what is good for you, what you can work with, and then to use it to grow. But you see, one of the major challenges is money. Money kills a lot of things.
Sure. You need money, and you have the passion. You did not even talk about your
Dancing aspect. How did you even dance? I cannot dance. I don't know how. No matter how I learn, I cannot dance. Even some of the simple, popular, trending dances, like right from when I was still young, I can small because I'm still young. When I was small, because I cannot dance. My siblings, some of them can just see it once and they have picked this step. So I don't know. Is yours? Did you just how did you Did you just wake up and find out you're dancing or something?
Talent. There are some talents that you are born with.
Yeah.
And there are some talents that you learn, then you grow and work on it till it becomes a skill. I was not born with the talent of rapping or music. I learned it, then I worked on it and grew on it, and I'm still growing on it. Yeah. But for dancing, I was born with that one. Wow. So from childhood.
That was up. I think the first time I went to Haiti, that was a competition. Maybe 2 years ago. So I went into it.
Told me that I just entered the birthday party. just they toast them. Like it's just you got everybody going to put money from my pocket. That I was still young, very young. So for the dancing and
motivation.
for the dancing it was just this so that one are from like inbuilt like and then mommy, when they give it everybody or should I say almost everybody upon the particular time.
Yes,
It's now the way you harness that talent if it will still be there.
Yeah.
So I think dancing was that one that's
That's the nice one. And I wanted to ask you that how many songs have you released so far on your list? Yes, you can have a lot of songs, but you just choose to start releasing song first. So how many songs have you released so far in your digital
I've released stuff. I've released 4 songs, but I took one down. I want to redo it.
Okay, in 2026 week.
Exactly. Because that the one I took down is actually I didn't release it everywhere. I released it only on audio one.
Okay.
So I want to do it properly now and release it
Everywhere. Okay.
So
and that was your first song.
Yeah, that was the first song I released out there. 4 songs. Yeah.
I heard that you're working on a project, so you just like to hear like a brief overview of your project, yes. So that our audience will stay anticipated. Is it anticipated or so? English, so
Yeah, I get it.
you don't know.
I'm working on it's titled
The Unveiling. That's the title of the EP.
The EP is introduction. Gags.
Okay. Okay.
EP is unveiling.
Okay.
Gags is an industry that you guys don't know me.
Yeah.
But with this EP, you will know me.
Wow.
That's the idea of it. EP consists of 5 songs.
Okay, 5 songs.
Yeah, that's 5 songs.
All of them they are introducing you step by step. When this one introduces you to this step, this one will take you from there to another step until
all I can say
global
is
exactly.
all I can say is anticipate. EP is a beautiful piece of work. I listen to it myself and I'm like, it's not they are not ready yet.
Yeah.
But some songs in me, I listen to them and I'm like, did I really do this?
There's a lot of things with our audience who when are they listening. And I think that is your favorite project now. So far. And the moment you release it, it becomes our favorite. You now start looking for another favorite of yours. That's beautiful. I mean, our audience out there, Gags is working on an EP project, and the name of the project is The Unveiling, right?
The Unveiling.
Yes, The Unveiling. So you guys should anticipate his project. He's one of my friends. I know him for a while, and I decided to call him to come and share the untold story of his career journey. I know he's very interested. It will be very interesting just as it is right now, and I know you enjoy his story so far. And Mr. Gags, I just want to ask you, I think this should be the last thing to ask for now, because definitely you're coming back here in a big, like in a bigger way again to come and talk about a lot of things. Maybe after your EP. I know this EP will make us to call you back. Yeah.
No, I do.
Yeah. Just tell us, how did you just how are you in how are you seeing your EP project? Like I don't know how to construct this thing to like your vision, how
Okay.
yes, of that EP. How is the EP gonna be after released? Like your vision for it.
Like I said,
Yeah.
that EP is telling everybody that yes, we don't know what this is.
Yeah.
So that's the vision.
And you're seeing and you're seeing it bringing awards, recognition.
See, there's like I told you before that. See, one of the challenges we have, one of the major challenges.
Yeah.
Right now, most what we try to do is find a way around it to just work with what we have.
Yeah.
So for now, we'll work with what we have. But what I know is, God willing,
Yeah.
that EP will take me to a limelight, will take me places
Yeah.
I've only envisioned. Take me far beyond Port Harcourt. Trust me.
And even outside.
That's what I'm saying. Far beyond Port Harcourt. Not the only Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
So even let me not talk too much.
Yeah. And I think you love Port Harcourt too because you're from Lagos and you refuse to go back after graduation.
Very good.
But what is the mystery behind that? Like,
truth is, I love Lagos.
Yeah.
I also love Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
But I do not want to go back. If I go back to Lagos, I'll be enclosed. I'll be limited as to things I can do. Yeah. For example, now I do not have anybody I record with in Lagos. If I want to record in Lagos, if I go to a studio, the charges are high.
Yeah.
And I do not have that funds to
that relationship.
So if I'm going back to Lagos, it's like I'm starting afresh.
Sure.
So it's all the relationship I built here in Port Harcourt. I'm abandoning everything, going to Lagos to start afresh and start building relationships again, trying to push the music and all. So I just told myself that why am I rushing to Lagos? I have a space in Lagos. Yeah. Yes, definitely. My family is in Lagos. So I know I have yet to be in Lagos. But why not build myself here in Port Harcourt? Push myself to a certain level. And then when I go to Lagos, I know I'm not depending on anybody when I get to Lagos. I just get to Lagos and do my thing. I don't want to go back to Lagos and go back to family house where Mom is now restricting my movement, telling me that I must be at home by 7 p.m. you know me, say that 7 p.m. 7 p.m. now our day is start. So when I have an event by 10 p.m., you're not telling me to come to the house by 7 p.m. How? For these things we do, it's not possible. Yeah. It's not possible. So I do not want that kind of restriction right now. I need the kind of freedom to do what I need to do right now. I cannot get to Lagos now. The last time I went to Lagos, no, I think it was last 2 times I went back home. Yeah. I got to Lagos today. I had an event the next day, and my mom was telling me, "You will not rest, you will not stay." And waiting, I don't get where I rest. Why am I resting? You're telling me I will not rest. Where am I going to? So all those kind of things, I don't want to pressure her because any small thing now she could only call you. Where are you? All those. Let her know that I'm important, that I'm safe. Yeah. So let me just do my thing. When I'm able to stand on my own in Lagos, I'll go back to Lagos.
Sure. And I think so. This is the last one because I said this is the really last one. So Mr. Gags, let's just see all these stories you have narrated so far. Just imagine it as a movie. You understand? Just imagine it as a movie. So if all those stories were a movie, right? What will be the message in it? The message, the lesson. Let's say the message that it will pass to its audience or viewers.
Okay, the message would be: 1, do not give up. Number 2, do not listen, but do not let people's opinion weigh you down.
Sure. And also connect.
Very important. Connection.
Yeah.
Get connections. Very, very important.
Yeah. So our audience, this is Mr. Gags, an artist and also a professional dancer. You have never seen him dancing. That's why.
Very good.
Yeah. So he's an exceptional dancer. So and also exceptional rapper. He can rap. I know him for some time. So he's working on his EP, The Unveiling. We've been seeing it
over and over again in this podcast. And I would like you guys to follow him up on social media, gags, on all the handles are be anticipating. I know with no time he will drop his EP, and you guys gonna enjoy it. So just as he said, the EP is unveiling him, and he has a story. There must be a good story behind all of those things. In those things, not even behind in those music. So get ready, get set for his music. He is the new big thing to happen to Port Harcourt, Nigeria, Africa, and the world. So, Mr. Gags, we really, really appreciate you for coming, gracing our podcast. I know it's new. We don't even have any records to convince you to come. You just came. We're saying thank you for all of this. Thank you for the support. And we hope that with this one, even before your EP start unveiling you, this podcast will unveil everything. It will clear his face. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think our audience, bye.
Yes.
Pluck it.